So with that, we will begin to give away some checks today. I know that's what the best part of the day is, when we can really give some of this money out in these distributions to really see those impacts in our communities. So we'll start with Isabella County, today receiving $222,172.08. And on behalf of Isabella County, we have Chairman George Green and County Administrator Margaret McAvoy.
Thanks, Eric. Well, good morning, everyone, and this is a great morning. Whenever you have enough money and it's ahead of Christmas time, it's important. So, the Isabella County Board of Commissioners would like to thank the Saginaw Chippewa Indian Tribe and the Tribal Council for this generous allocation that's come to us. I've been on the board now for a few years, and every time I come to one of these, you know, it just overwhelms me at the amount of things that they do. And if you pick up this piece right here and you look at it, I counted 70 different projects out of the 400 that were requested, I believe, or maybe over 70, that are actually going to be funded today, either in part-time or fully funded. And that to me is next to impossible, because you folks sitting here know darn good and well, whether you're from a township, the city, the village, RESD, the schools, or the county, it wouldn't be done. So again, thank you very much. Now I'll let Margaret McAvoy, my Administrative Controller, say a few words.
Thank you, Chairman. I would like to thank you on behalf of the Commission on Aging. You know, that is a jewel in our community, and our joint communities provide such wonderful services to all of the adults, seniors. I always confuse myself on what word I should really use for that. Some people, it changes as you go. But, you know, it's very important services, and we have cooperated and collaborated with the tribe over a number of years, and your support of that means more to us than you could ever imagine. There are so many services we are able to provide that we would not be providing without this support. And personally, I want you to know that 5 years ago, about right now, was the first time I ever came to one of these distributions. I was the new county administrator controller, and Chairman Green brought me, and I had no idea what to expect. That may have been a good thing or a bad thing, but it was an overwhelming experience for me. And it hasn't lost that for me. So thank you so much for your generosity. I enjoy personally and professionally working with the tribe, and working with your public relations department and whoever we interact with. So thank you so much on behalf of Commission on Aging in the county. I appreciate everything you do for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman Green and Margaret. We appreciate the opportunity to collaborate, the open lines of communication. I think that's something that we really feel that is a strength of not only our local units of government, our local schools, but within the tribe, is the ability to have those open lines of communication, maintain positive relationships, and really benefit our communities. So we take great pride in that as well. So next on our list, we have the City of Mount Pleasant, today receiving $917,000. And on behalf of the City of Mount Pleasant, we have Mayor Allison Quast-Lentz and City Manager Nancy Ridley.
Good morning. Like Margaret, I've been here a handful of times receiving generous distributions from the Saginaw Chippewa Indian Tribe, and this is probably my last opportunity for a while at least here, and so I really want to thank the Tribal Council and the Saginaw Chippewa Indian Tribe for being great partners over the last couple of years. The partnerships, and I would even go so far as to say friendships, that I've created working with the tribe has been amazing, and I think that I would love to see those go forward. And I know that there are amazing collaborations that we were awarded, some projects that will help the entire county. And, you know, the partnerships that we have, we just signed yesterday, we both agreed to a memorandum of agreement to work on developing the Mount Pleasant Center property. And this is a memorandum that was 2 years in the making, but it just shows how great we work together, how much we understand each other and are able to be communicative. And I think that this distribution, which is very generous this time, is, you know, kind of a representation of how wonderful we are working together. So I want to thank you all for that. Thank you.
The mayor took much of what I was going to say, but certainly the money is appreciated, but I really agree with the mayor. It's the partnerships that we have that bring joy to what we do. And of the projects that were funded for the city, 6 of them are collaborative arrangements with other units of government. And that's what we need to do in our community, is work together for the better of our community. And we're very proud to be the recipient of those, to help lead some of those projects. But it's the partnerships and the friendships, as the mayor said, that are really the value that we have throughout this whole process and in this community. And I'm proud to be a part of it. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mayor and Nancy. We appreciate the collaborative efforts that we've had, and looking forward to our ceremonial signing of that in the near future. Next, we have Chippewa Township, today receiving $15,000. And on behalf of Chippewa Township, we have Rob Smith, Township Supervisor.
Well, thank you all again for your hard work. With the last 2% money, Chippewa Township has re-gravelled every gravel road in the township except for 2. One with no residents on it, and one has a drainage issue. So with the money we put in with the general fund, from our general fund with the 2%, we've accomplished something major. I think the road commission appreciates it too. But, so with that being said, thank you for today's distribution and all your hard work. I don't want anybody to think I'm rude if I leave right away, but I've had 2 calls since I've been here and 3 people without heat, so I'm very busy this time of year. Thank you all very much. Have a Merry Christmas, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Rob. And I think we can forgive you to make sure that you can get those people some heat, because I know if any one of us were in that situation, we'd want to see you as soon as possible. So thank you very much for that. And I do want to acknowledge, I knew it would only be a matter of time. Tony Caselli here from the Road Commission, didn't forget about you. Wanted to make sure that somebody mentioned you, because we truly appreciate all that Tony does with the Road Commission. Hopefully we'll see that Weis Road open back up later this afternoon, early tomorrow, and be happy that after the June flood, all those roads are back open. So a big thank you to the Road Commission units of government on doing all that. I want to give them a round of applause today. So. All right, next up we have Deerfield Township receiving $15,000 today. And on behalf of Deerfield Township, we have Walt Nelson, Township Clerk.
Good morning, everyone. I looked out this morning and I thought, blah, this is bad, but could have been worse. And then I thought about where I was headed and why I was coming here, and it's almost like the sun came out. So we really appreciate everything the tribe's done for us and this whole community. Just so many things that we do that we could not do without you. And I can't think of anything else to say. It's just thank you, and God bless you, and Merry Christmas.
All right, thank you very much, Walt. Next, we have Denver Township receiving $15,000. And on behalf of Denver Township, we have John Pediak, Township Supervisor.
Good morning, everybody. Just want to say again, as everybody else does, thank you. And we truly mean that. And I've been coming here since I became supervisor back in 2005. And it's probably one of those, 2 times a year coming here is one of those, the 2 best times that I have a year in dealing with the township stuff. You know, the pressure's off. I come here and we get to communicate with everybody and to say thank you for everything that you guys do. With that, a lot of people seem to, you know, I go back to the township board and you'll say, okay, well, we have a general allocation of this amount and so on, and the public is there, and I really have a hard time getting the public to really understand how much that even just the general allocations make a big difference for what we can do as a township. I look at this $15,000 that we've got here today and the things that we could possibly do to our township hall and other things in our township, just with that amount of money can make such a big difference. So every penny, as we know, goes a long way, and everything that you guys can help us with, we greatly appreciate. So thank you very much.
Thank you, John. And yes, even with the general allocations, I know there's large impacts that we see in all of our communities. If your grant was not funded this time, we always encourage you to keep putting those grants in, especially with the new online digital application. We can look at those simply, when you look at 401 applications and the request for close to $10 million each cycle, there's only a limited amount that we can do, but they try to maximize those. So don't feel discouraged. Continue to put those in. The council will take a look at those and make sure that we can impact our communities together. So. Next, we have Isabella Township, today receiving $36,690. And on behalf of Isabella Township, we have Kara Lynch, Township Clerk.
Hello. As everyone else has said, I'm going to say thank you very much for our disbursement here. The $15,000 general allocation. When we don't have a project that gets approved, which, as Eric said, $10 million worth of projects, they're not all going to get approved. You keep putting in, you put that money aside, and we are building all of that for all of the improvements to infrastructure that we're making in our townships. I know John Petiak, while we were all just kind of talking about, that is the money that we put aside because roads are not cheap, nor is a new sewer system. So thank you very much. We really appreciate all of the help that you give us. As for the lighting at the fairgrounds, everyone in our community benefits from the fairgrounds. So thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you very much, Kara. All right, next we have Nottawa Township, today receiving $15,000. And on behalf of Nottawa Township, we have Judy Schumacher, Township Clerk.
Good morning. Well, of course, Nottawa Township wants to extend their thank you to all for the general allocation. It goes a long way in our day-to-day operations. And just to give you a little update on the sewer system, we now have our permission and stuff. We're coming to the Mount Pleasant landfill, and they are working on the topographical maps for the pipelines and stuff. So things are progressing really well. So again, thank you very much.
Thank you, Judy. Next, we have Union Township, today receiving $76,974. And on behalf of Union Township, we have Township Manager Mark Struliger, Township Supervisor Ben Gunning, and Trustee Norm Worley.
Start off? All right, I'll start it off. Number one, thank you. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to the Saginaw, Indian, Chippewa tribe and the council. The money that we're receiving today is a commitment towards the youth in our community. This money is going towards the upgrading of our Little League facilities along with the city of Mount Pleasant. I don't know if most of you know, I see our Union Township Little League representatives here. And this money is going towards upgrading our facilities because our area is going to be going to have the Regional Little League World Series tournament next summer. So thank you for the commitment to our youth. We very greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, first of all, I'd like to extend my thanks to Chief Actel, to Eric Rodriguez, to the Tribal Council, and to the members of the Saginaw Chippewa tribe. There's a saying that the greatest gift that we can give to one another is our presence. And I feel that the tribe has graced us with your presence over the years through your culture, through your ceremonies, your traditions, and your history. And I think that you have made us a very enriched community because of that. And that, along with all the gifts of money that you bestow upon all of us, which make life and lifestyle so much nicer for our community. We really appreciate the gifts that you give us. And I just want to say that this particular gift is going to go a long way in terms of providing benefits for our youth and their families. And it's also going to make Mount Pleasant a destination site for our Little League programs, which I think will be tremendous. And that this was a collaborative effort along with the Little League program, Mount Pleasant, the tribe, and ourselves. So again, I would like to say Migvek, many thanks. I'll get it better next time.
Well, again, thank you. And this is my first experience at this event. It's truly humbling. The facilities, which I've been to several times, are wonderful. I'd just like to comment on that canoe in the lobby. It is beautiful. You know, I was talking to one of the gentlemen earlier. He said it's already been in the water. It's really a beautiful canoe. Thank you.
Yes, well, thank you all from Union Township today. And yes, if you didn't get a chance to see the canoe on the way in, a community project, one that we took great pride in. Chief Ekdahl was able to sail away in the maiden voyage out there, and he did not tip over, so that was good. Water's a little cold this time of year, but if you get a chance on the way out, please stop by and see it. It means a lot to our community, a lot to Zeboing, a lot to the Tribal College, who all made that possible, and we're really thankful that we had that opportunity. Next today, we have Weis Township receiving $15,000, and on behalf of Weis Township, we have Doris Metner, Township Clerk.
Thank you to everyone. On behalf of Weis Township, we do appreciate this. This money does help a lot. We take our general allocation and we dedicate it to roads and fire services, which is the two things that benefit everyone in our township. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doris. And rounding out our government allocations today, we have the Village of Shepherd, today receiving $144,246.75. And on behalf of the Village of Shepherd, Steve Davidson, Village Superintendent, and Chief Luke Sawyer.
You know, it's today is like today where you think that there should be a word that's like beyond thank you. And I think we can probably say that for everybody here, that thank you doesn't even hardly hit it. We wrote our request on behalf of the School Safety Alliance. It's a group of school administrators and first responders that meet together once a month to talk about the very worst things that could possibly happen at schools. And at the same time, hoping and praying that we never have to use what we're talking about. So this is going to allow us to put trauma medical kits in every single classroom in Isabella County, so that if that does happen, then we have the ability to treat people on scene before the first responders can get there. So thank you so much for this. It's amazing.
On behalf of the Village of Shepherd, Shepherd Tri-Township Fire Department, part of this funding also is going towards some fire equipment updates. With technology and things changing, a lot of the vehicle steels have changed. Part of this funding goes for a new set of jaws to help cut some of those steels with the newer technology and basically retrieve people from vehicles. So the fire aspect, our township, Lincoln, and Chippewa Township, plus the Village of Shepherd is a tri-township fire department. We represent all four entities together, so we have a wide range of area that we cover, and this benefits several governmental agencies with this funding. So once again, thank council and thank everyone. So.
Thank you, Steve and Chief Sawyer. And as they mentioned, I think a theme we have going on here today is collaboration. I think you see a lot of these requests, and it's been mentioned time after time, that you see collaborative requests coming together. You see these local units of government working together to bring those resources to their communities, and we're truly thankful for that. I know when the council looks at these requests, they have the opportunity to know that they can maximize resources when they see the collaboration between local units of government. So keep up the good work there. I know that's what we've been talking about. The things that the council has requested really helps them make some of the decisions they have when they see that collaboration. All right, so now moving on to schools today. We'll start with Beale City Public Schools, and they are receiving $39,971.91. And on behalf of Beale City Public Schools, we have Superintendent Bill Chilman.
The collaboration in this room is absolutely amazing. I want to thank Eric and the tribe for everything, but the online registration or the online registration process for the grants has been a huge upgrade. All of my staff, and I've heard from others around the community that greatly appreciate it. The cooperation meetings that we've been having, a few months in advance of this event, those are pretty powerful. And it's a lot of people sitting around the table talking about how we can make our community, all phases of our community, stronger and better together. And some of the things we've heard, the sewer project and other partnerships that we've heard throughout the whole county is absolutely amazing. And it's going to make Isabella County not only a destination, but a great place to live and raise kids and educate kids. And so thank you very much for that. Thank you for the allocation. Our focus this time was safety, school safety and security, working in partnership with Luke and the other school districts. Also, part of ours is going to go to a new parent drop-off to try to separate our parent traffic and our bus traffic. And so that's going to be a huge upgrade out at Beale City. So thank you on behalf of all the students and parents and community members out there. We greatly appreciate this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I know as we continue to look out for our youth, and a lot are based on our youth, safety remains a priority, and anything that we can do to protect our youth, I know we strive to do as well. So thank you very much for those requests, and the safety always is paramount in all of our communities. Next, we have Mount Pleasant Public Schools today receiving $409,891.76. And on behalf of Mount Pleasant Public Schools, we have Assistant Superintendent Linda Boyd and Chief Financial Officer Ginger Faber.
Good morning. On behalf of the Mount Pleasant Public School System, we want to thank the tribe for this amazing opportunity to improve our schools. We are able to make improvements to technology, curriculum, and school safety, all areas of utmost importance to our staff and our students, and all areas that we would struggle to implement without the generosity of the tribe. We are very thankful to be included in the Trauma Casualty Kits Grant with written by Chief Sawyer, and we're very excited to add more radios to our schools for safety purposes. Of course, we are also very thankful for all of the grants that are just student-centered, that make our students love learning and have joy in our school. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. And now, when Mr. Mike Pung retired, he used to tell embarrassing stories about me because he was my superintendent at the school. So I miss Mr. Pung in one aspect, but not in another. So I'm glad we got some fresh faces here, so I don't get those embarrassing stories out here. All right, next we have Shepherd Public Schools, today receiving $260,596.32. And on behalf of Shepherd Public Schools, we have Superintendent Steve Brimmer and Director of Business Finance, Julie Fries.
Well, I can promise you my comments will be short because I'm absolutely stunned by this. This is my first year in Shepherd and my first experience with this event, and as with everybody else, I can't thank you guys enough for this. It's mind-boggling to me, it truly is. The main focus for Shepherd will be increasing school safety and then helping struggling learners, and in my opinion, there's nothing more important than increasing school safety. We got to keep the kids as safe as we can. After that, things will fall into place. So thanks to Luke Sawyer for writing the comment I told you I was nervous. The grant for the kits to put in the classroom as well. And I just look forward to many more years of this collaboration. And once again, thank you.
Thank you very much from Shepherd Public Schools, and welcome to Mr. Bremer here as a new face and superintendent in our region. So we look forward to creating a strong and meaningful partnership as Ms. Bunker did before us. Next, we have Renaissance Public Schools today receiving $61,400, and on behalf of Renaissance Public Schools, we have Lisa Bergman, the principal.
On behalf of the Renaissance community, our students, our staff, and our families, we obviously say thank you once again. The two grants this round, one focuses again on literacy, which has been a theme for requests that we have made. For those that visit our school, our library is the showcase. It's our open space, and the books are out there for students, and the growing libraries that are being built in classrooms to keep children really excited about new books that they want to read, and having all of our students believe that they are readers, to find a way for them to love reading, because we know they need that in life. The other part of it is to help us with space. We were bursting at the seams, and we had the idea yet again along that collaborative note of bringing some of our families and groups during some of our learning celebrations and performances out to use the facilities that are available through some of the ballrooms, and do that kind of piece so that we have a growing band program and student learning exhibitions that we simply don't have room to host ourselves. So our request will be to bring some of our families out and let students do learning celebrations at the ballrooms, and continue that collaboration. Along that theme, though, I saw several connections. Commission on Aging, we have 3 grandparents at our school who are phenomenal. That program, and I see other school people shaking their heads, is amazing. And the people we have, Grandpa Rick is just, he's a rock star. He wants to do a book club, so he's asked for some of this money to start a book club with kids, and we told him yes. Even the simplest things as the road and the way Isabella is for us, and knowing those expansions are happening. The trauma kits, the number of kids who play Little League and are going to be all excited about that. So the far-reaching effects that all of this have, I think it can't be outlined on 2 sheets of paper. Again, thank you. We will go back. We'll make a big announcement. The kids will be all excited. And if you haven't had a chance to stop and see that fish tank that you guys provided, you need to come see, because it is full of fish. So thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And, I think on a note that Lisa provided us with, you can see that even within the school requests, they touch the government side and vice versa. That's just the power of some of these requests, and what we're really seeing, that it touches and impacts everyone. So we are very blessed and be able to, continue to donate this 2% money and have over $2.2 million this cycle. So our final distribution today will go to the Gratiot Isabella RESD Schools District STEM for $20,800. And on behalf of the Gratiot Isabella RESD, we have Erica Kellmer, Director of the Forest Hill Nature Area, and District STEM Wendy Giles, the Administrative Assistant.
All right, well, this is my first time being here. My name is Erica Kemmler. I'm the director at Forest Hill Nature Area, and I recognize a few of you whose students come out to our facility. We are part of the Gratiot Isabella RESD, and our job is to integrate students into nature. But today I'm going to be able to accept these financial grant for the Imagination Library. This is to get books into kids' hands from birth through 5 years old, because as we know, reading is such an important part of life, and the sooner we can get those books in the hands of parents reading to children and children reading to one another or reading to themselves is crucial. This grant will allow us to have up to 800 more families with those books in hand, which is a really broad-reaching and exciting opportunity. We currently have 2,700 families that are a part of this program already, which is encouraging. Hopefully we're getting these kids prepared to read before they even get into our school system. So really giving our families and our students that advantage at a very, very, very young age. So thank you to the Saginaw Chippewa Tribe and to the chief and the council members. We very much appreciate these grants and their opportunity.
All right, thank you again. So to end today, just a couple closing thoughts. We distributed just over $2.2 million today, bringing our total since 1994 to over $252 million.